Thank you very much. Yeah, this is just brief. We've all been busier, which is great. So these are just a few brief items that I managed to pull from the fine selection. So many of you have probably heard IATSE and has reached a tentative agreement, and that will now go before all of its members. The membership managed to also include 20,000 plus additional members outside the Los Angeles and New York area. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it has extended its reach. They're going to be presenting that now within the next several weeks. It'll be brought up for a vote and whether the membership agrees on it or not. What's generally going on, it includes a low-wage IATSE members are seeing a boost of up to 60% in the hourly minimum. Members are receiving a minimum of 9% scale wage increase by the end of the 3-year contract, and changes to rest periods, meal breaks, and improved compensation from streaming services. And there were really no more other specifics provided. So if you know an IATSE member, they may know more because this will be sent to them. But just keep an eye out on what that is, because that ripples down to what we do, which we're not union, but that will ripple down to how we hire people and are looked upon by those who do work on both sides. Some of you may have seen that commercial long ago where the peanut butter guy runs into the chocolate guy. You got peanut butter in my chocolate, you got chocolate, and all of a sudden you have Reese's Cup, right? It's like these accident that happened. Well, DJI has taken that with their new 4D camera. I don't know if you have seen this thing. It's part gimbal, it's part camera, it's part Movi, it's part 4-axis. It's an odd-looking camera, but its specs are supposedly out of this world. So if you have a chance to look at this new DJI 4D camera, it has a chipset, the most powerful imaging platform to date. I probably have heard every camera manufacturer mention that, but they're mentioning it as well. Supports internal 8K RAW, precise color reproduction, low latency imaging. There's an 8K and a 6K. Can record ProRes 422HQ and ProRes RAW, as well as the standard H.264 codecs. It tops out, the 6K tops out at 60 frames per second with the option to go 120 and 4K. And it also has the dual native ISO. That's becoming very popular. Sony has it on their line of cameras coming out or that are out now. Panasonic has had that. This seems to be a hot button item going on in the dual native ISOs. And it has some built-in ND filters from ND2 to ND15. ND512, my mistake. Plus a 4-axis gimbal that takes out this bounce shake that a lot of folks have said with your Ronins when you rock with the RS2 or with the R2. It has this kind of a bounce. It takes this out with this 4-axis gimbal. So something to certainly look into on that. It has a number of other automatic focus modes. It also has LiDAR range finder as far as 33 feet to locate and track subjects in situations. So it's an interesting camera. The price point, it'll be $7,200 in December of 2021. And that's for the 6K. The 8K version will be $12,000 at a later date. So that hasn't been announced yet. And then finally, Adobe Max is happening now. You could probably still register if you wanted to catch in the last couple days, but Adobe Max is happening now. Adobe also released a new Premiere Pro, I think back on the 25th, just recently, version 22. They have now aligned all of their audio and video versions to be the same. So now everybody's on 22 for all that stuff, for those who follow that. Number of things that go into that. So you certainly want to look, if you're a Premiere Pro person, so look into that. And Final Cut Pro 10, I believe, dropped a new update as well on October 18th. An object tracker has cinematic mode to support the cinematic modes in your iPhone 13 cameras. So that's an easier reach going over there. And it has the new neon effect that adds a glow to text and graphics. So they got that going for them too. So way to go, Final Cut. Those guys are rocking the boat on that. It's just awesome. And that's just a little tidbits of news you can use. So thank you.